Hi guys, it's been over just a year since I took the plunge and became a full-time entrepreneur. I usually get asked many questions around what inspired me, why Smart Crowd, how the experience been so far. But one very common question people ask me is how did I manage to survive and make the decision of leaving a steady paycheck given the lifestyle in Dubai, having a family here. It's very expensive. It's a very important question, and I wanted to openly talk about it as this is probably one thing that holds back a lot of people from going after their dreams and passions. Like, how am I going to survive? You still got to make a living. You got to pay. You got to put food on the table and so forth. And especially with a family, that's a lot of responsibility, and it's very difficult to sort of leave that safety net and go towards uncertainty. So, for me, prior to starting this venture, I had been working for almost 11 years, and I had saved this amount of money, invested in various little things that provided me with a safety net to take a jump. In case it didn't work out, I had something to fall back onto, and I was fairly educated, professionally trained, and so forth. That worst case, I can start off somewhere else again, right? But it still wasn't an easy decision for me. It took a lot of time to build up the courage. I had a very direct heart-to-heart discussion with my significant other, my wife, and she had to be committed as well too. We're really spoiled with getting a steady paycheck every month. As they say, paycheck is what they give you to give up on your dreams. And this is very important. And I recently came across a statistic that states that 85% of the working population is disengaged at work. Wow, 85%. Now, no wonder the productivity throughout the world is so low given all the technology advancements. Money can only motivate you so much. You need to do what makes you happy and what you're passionate about. So some practical advice on how to get ready to take the plunge. First of all, it's very important that you start saving your money, right? Don't spend everything you earn. If you get a bonus, you get a pay rise, do you really need to upgrade your lifestyle? Is driving that BMW really that much better than driving the Toyota that you were driving before? Do you really need to take 5 holidays in a year or eat out in fancy restaurants multiple times a week? Unfortunately, we live in an era where we are more concerned about how people perceive us with what we have and what we do, and care very little about what we think and what makes us happy. So stop keeping up with the Jones. We're in this caught up with the Jones kind of thing, and it gets people out in trouble. I know a lot of people that make decent amount of money and so forth, and they don't have much to show for it. A lot of people have, we perceive to have a lot of wealth, but in reality, they're very cash poor, even asset poor, and they're just living on liabilities to finance their lifestyle. But I'm not saying not to enjoy your money, right? You obviously work hard for it. But as I've learned from experience, don't sacrifice your long-term plans for short-term gains. That is very important. You want to keep your end goal in mind and work towards it. The best way I find is to create multiple streams of income, either through investments or doing side hustles, so you're not relying on that one paycheck to make ends meet. By having multiple sources of income, you increases your ability to take risk. You also get flexibility to drop everything and go after what you're really passionate about, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily start a new business. It could be as simple as changing career paths. You've been an accountant for all your life, but you didn't want to do that. You wanted to do something else. You wanted to be in marketing. But it's very difficult to make that transition, take a step back or two with a pay cut. But if you have this other streams of income, you have the ability to take a back or two to head in the right direction. I understand that a lot of us have responsibilities, and it's very difficult to, take those make that kind of shifts, and we get caught up doing what is practical. I was a victim of that. I decided to follow a professional career route, knowing that it will get me a steady job and pay, and I'll be able to help out at home, make my parents proud, and all that good stuff. But not once did I really think, is this really what I wanted to do? I'll give you a little secret. When I was in university around that time, I really wanted to be an actor. That was a profession I wanted to pursue. I had actually signed up to a New York Arts Academy and was packed and ready to go. I think it was the summer of 2006, I believe. But I had obligations, and I put that on the side and pursued my education and became a chartered accountant. We all live our lives keeping our close ones in mind, and we have certain obligations, which is good, but you need to do what makes you happy. Talk to your loved ones. I'm sure they will understand, but be prepared, be practical. Don't just don't jump into something you really want to do but don't have no plans in terms of how you're going to support yourself and your family and so forth. So what I would recommend is start small, create side hustle, start part-time on the side, create other income sources of income to give you the ability to move forward towards achieving your ultimate happiness and peace of mind. Trust me, that is a whole lot more valuable than any money you will ever make or accumulate. From my experience over the last 14 months or so, since I've been sort of self-employed, this is the first time in my career I haven't worried about my paycheck. I haven't worried about when I'm getting a pay raise, what's my bonus going to be like. It's just been a lot of fun, right? And money's taking care of itself, right? It's also because I'm really caught up in work and so forth. I don't have enough time to spend money, which is also a good thing, I guess. But the idea is, once you get that eternal bliss in terms of you're contributing to the society, you're really making a difference, you feel like you're making a difference, you're doing something you're really passionate about, that is a lot more valuable than how many zeros you have in your bank account. So I hope you find this useful. Please share your thoughts, and if you think this might benefit some other people, please share it around. Love to hear your inputs and thoughts. Yeah, thanks.